I knew it, dude! You've been defending them, but it turns out people have been right about Russian players all along. Oh man, what happened? Ovechkin hit Uncle Leo from behind! No, dude, that's in the past. Didn't you hear what Ovechkin did after the game? Tell me what he did, man. I'll knock his mustache right off his mustache. No, he went into the Leafs room and gave Leo a hug. Oh. So I should, like, calm down a little bit? A little bit. Okay, well, you should probably just ignore the fact that your Ovechkin jersey smells like gasoline. What? Woo! Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg.
What the hell are you talking about?
This team is ruining my life. Dude, forget the jersey. Did you have to do it in here? This is carpet. Leafs win 6-2 over the Washington Capitals. And everyone's always getting on the Leafs about saluting. No, screw that. I salute them. I salute them after this one. Just a good game start to finish. I don't really have a complaint about this game. I don't have a complaint. Me! They got outshot by quite a bit. That's worth mentioning. But the Leafs also had the lead from 14 minutes into the game onward, which usually means the other team is going to get more shots, which isn't necessarily a good thing. You always want to be the team driving the play. You don't want to take your foot off the gas, but whatever, they didn't. And you know what? Here's why I'm going to give the Leafs props. Well, there's many reasons, but here's why going into the game I was worried. Oh, because the Capitals have Ovechkin and Backstrom. Oh, because the Leafs have to beat the Capitals if they want any shot at making the playoffs. No, here it is. The Leafs came into the game well rested. Oh, woe is them, right? But I often bring up the fact that I've been doing these videos for 8 seasons now, and there's a reason I do that. When you do a recap after every single game, I mean, these things take a few hours to make each. And you gotta watch the game too, which is like 2.5 hours in itself. So believe it or not, I make an observation or two. And everybody watching this video, what have the Leafs been over the last decade? Bad, that's right. And one thing that gets brought up with every NHL team, oh, it's the second night of a back-to-back. They're the tired team. They're gonna get killed. Well, I was wondering, is there such thing as too much rest? And I know he does research on this stuff. Gus Katsaros, he's a scout. You should follow him on Twitter at CatsHockey. I asked, what is the Leafs record when they have 3 days of rest? I worry about the team being too rested. Gus went back and looked at the Leafs record when they've had 1 day of rest, 2 days of rest, 3 days of rest, and so on from the 05-06 season onward. During that time frame, the Leafs are 65, 70, and 21 with 3 days rest. They have a losing record with 3 days rest up until the beginning of this season. I don't know what it is this season. 2 days rest, however, just like in this game, 154, 109, and 39. So I don't know how they stack up against the other teams in the league, but it's pretty obvious that after 2 games, the Leafs need a little wake-up call. Which, segue, is what I think the Buffalo game and the Nashville game were for the Leafs. It woke them up. Their record before those games let the Leafs know that, hey, you're not hopeless, but those 2 games let them know you're not perfect either, and they've made adjustments. Here's one. The Leafs power play changed. Nazem Kadri on one of the units, playing up nice and high. The reward, 3 power play goals. Ironically, Kadri not getting a single point on any of those power plays, but he did get an assist on the Clarkson goal at even strength. The whole game went, oh, I'm just gushing. It was just a nice little combo of goodness. Morgan Riley, Mo, with a nice little opportunistic goal. Sure, it was a deflection, whatever they count. Cody Franzen with a beautiful Cody Franzen-esque shot. And then early in the second, Tyler Bozak plowing to the front of the net, which is where he's most dangerous unless you count the penalty kill for some reason, and it's 3-0 Leafs like that. And the timing was beautiful. The second, third, and fourth Leafs goal were the biggest killers. Don Cherry will tell you, you look at that, you tell you. Because here's the team, they score a goal, it's nice and late in the first period, they go to the intermission, they go, hey, look at us. Then you get Taddy Bozeman from some Canadian kid from Saskatchewan, nice and early in the second period, lets you know, here we are, and he scores a goal, and now you got a goal. And Troy Brouwer, you got this guy scoring a goal for the other team, and what are you gonna do, feel sorry for yourself? No! Memo commentary, David Clarkman gets in there, David Clarkman. In translation, the Leafs scored late in the first period, boosting the morale of the team heading into the dressing room, allowing them to come out much faster in the second period, also scoring a goal there, building up a 3-0 lead. Of course, the Washington Capitals would score, but the Leafs did not fret and scored a goal shortly after, deflating the Washington Capitals and their comeback hopes. Thank you, Kenny, what he say? And speaking of Tyler Bozeman, he really is firing on all cylinders. And again, Bozak making it much harder to be a Bozak hater. Got a laser of a shot. Not a laser! It's a little light bulb that blinks. What's wrong with him? Laser envy. Here's the long and short of it. If you're a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs, I want you to put the puck in the other team's net more often than they put it in yours. And if you do that enough, I like you. You know who I didn't like for a sec? Alex Ovechkin, who hit Komarov from behind, accidentally on purpose, accidentally maybe on purpose. Just looking at it, here's what I think happened. Because, I mean, Komarov is Ovechkin's friend. And I think Ovechkin saw a Leafs jersey and was like, I'm going to accidentally bump into that person. He did it. It ended up being Komarov, and he went, But good on Jake Gardiner for getting in Ovechkin's grill about that. And good of Jake Gardiner for not dropping the gloves, because I don't think that would have, no. You know what? I would have been happy to see Jake Gardiner drop the gloves with Ovechkin. He probably would have got beat up, but it would have been funny. But you know, if Gardiner jumps Ovechkin and Tom Wilson's on the ice, then Wilson gets involved, and I don't think anyone wants to see that. Speaking of which, Tom Wilson did end up fighting somebody. Corbini and Holzer. They had a bit of a scrap. They went to the ice. Let's admit it, Tom Wilson kind of won, but then we all won. Because speaking of accidentally, Holzer was jerseyed. He couldn't see what he was punching at. I am Corbinio! And he's like, oh, I'll give him something to remember me by. And in doing so, he punched a ref right in the face. By accident, though. You can't fault him if it was an accident. So Corby, don't go doing that again. I don't want to see you get suspended, but something I should mention before we wrap up. Someone on Twitter was like, oh, you should do a reaction video. Just watch the highlights like the Sabres game. Well, okay, but the problem with that is I watched last night's game. However, next Saturday I'm going to be at a wedding. So I'm thinking the LFR for the Leafs-Canucks game, I got to avoid the TV. I got to avoid my phone. I got to avoid everything and shoot the video just watching the highlights from scratch. I'll even cover up the screen so I don't have to see the score. And something else, I will post a link below. You should listen to the brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast. 50 Shades of Bob Cole. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh baby, my inner goddess. No, that's all you get. One final thing. November is coming to a close. And the videos have done pretty well this month. A lot of you are watching. Thank you so much. Even if the most watched video is me having an absolute mental breakdown. I mean, that's fine. On YouTube, I get to see all sorts of stats and analytics like who watched from what country and stuff like that. One really cool stat? Minutes watched. So I get to see the actual amount of minutes people have watched my videos. And this month, November of 2014, you guys helped me crack 1 million minutes. Meaning my idiocy has been watched over 1 million minutes this month. So from me to you, this big hug. Thank you so much. Do I just leave it out of focus? And I just think I do. By the way, I keep a pack of hockey cards under my camera lens. This is why. Otherwise it'll tip over. I put it back in. I put it in. It doesn't move now. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and thank you. Thank you. You're beautiful. In every single way.